fans were sad to see him leave, but it's professional sports, and he's moved on to a different opportunity. Shuto Ando, and again, Jordan Taylor, other important newcomers to this Alvark Tokyo team. So again, you want to hit the ground running. You don't want to start on the back foot. And last year was still kind of strange as we get a look here at this Ryukyu Golden Kings roster. I'll go ahead and say Gary Hamilton, Narito Namizato, Ko Flippen, Alan Durham, Hugh Watanabe, Dwayne Evans, Duichi Kishimoto, Naoki Tashiro, the captain, Keita Imamura, Yuki Mitsuhara, and Shota Onodera, Jack Cooley, and Hayato Maki playing for Ryukyu Golden Kings. And the benefit of playing at home, being roared on by their home fans today. See if that gives them a lift. There is the captain, Tashiro, number 24. Had some great moments last year, all season long, as well as in the playoffs. And Ryukyu just ran into a very hot Chiba Jets team and weren't able to advance any further in the competition. They weren't able to make it to the finals. And Narito Namizato, that would be Duichi Kishimoto, the 1.76 meter point guard, also plays shooting guard. And we can see the back of Yuki Mitsuhara. So Ryukyu getting their final instructions here from Coach Dai Oketani, and you have to think that there's probably some butterflies going on, flying around in the stomachs of these players as the fans come out with the anticipation, a little bit of anxiety. You know, the aspiration is there to go all the way and to become the elite team in the B-League, which just continues to grow in prestige. And you can see that by the number of high-level coaches in this competition, as well as the big-time players that keep pouring in. So Alvark Tokyo, Genki Kojima, Jordan Taylor, Hirotaka Yoshi, who's a rookie, Shuto Ando, Zach Baranowski, Seiba Sais, who we've spoken about, Shohei Kikuchi, again, Hiraiwa, Ryan Rossiter, Daiki Tanaka, the Japan International, and the MVP of the 2019-2020 season that was cut short by COVID, Reiju Sasakura, Alex Kirk, and Taiki Osakabe, and of course the coach, Luka Pavicevic, who's 53 years of age and has led this team to a couple of titles in the B-League, also the FIBA Asia Champions Cup. And Tanaka there, not long ago, we watched him play running up and down the floor here in Tokyo at the Olympics. Even though the results weren't what Japan wanted, they really gave a good account of themselves. And that was a very, very tough Olympic tournament. Anybody could tell you there were no pushovers in that Olympic tournament, and especially with the Olympic qualifying tournaments now that they had all over the world to make that competition even stronger. And of course, big news as well with Japan installing Tom Hovas, who led the Japan women to the silver medal at the Olympics. He has been installed now as the head coach of Japan's national team, the men. So a lot of these players perhaps will be warming up and hoping to put on a good show here to catch the eye of Coach Hovas, one of the bright minds in all of basketball. That move for me was not a surprise, in so much that Hovas has learned how to really think outside the box. But in the B-League, well, again, every game important. Every game is a time when you have to show up ready to play. And especially for Ryukyu Golden Kings, it's a tough ask today because they do not want to start with a home loss. And yet they're going up against one of the traditional powerhouses of Japanese basketball here, Alvark Tokyo. So Now the players are going to be introduced. And we'll get a look at the starting five for Alvark. It's going to be Shuto Ando, as well as Shohei Kikuchi, Ryan Rossiter, Daiki Tanaka, and also Alex Kirk. And you can see how big those guys are. Alex Kirk comes in at 2.11 meters in height. He is now 29 years of age. He comes from the U.S. state of New Mexico. That's where he actually played his college basketball. Shuto Ando, big things expected from him this season. Coming over from Nagoya, just the purest of shooters. Ryan Rossiter, a real seasoned veteran. And then you can see Tanaka, Alex Kirk coming out, and the rest of the Alvark Tokyo players. And the lights have lowered here in Okinawa for the introduction of the Golden Kings. And you have to admire the pre-production here that we're looking at up on the giant screen. This is what the fans are looking at inside the Okinawa Arena. And images from last season, from that great run by this Ryukyu Golden Kings team, again, making it all the way to the semifinals of the championship, where they came up short against the eventual champions, Chiba Jets. And again, the big changes for Ryukyu Golden Kings: Gary Hamilton, Ko Flippen, Alan Durham, Hugh Watanabe, all joining the team for this season.
It's time to introduce琉球Golden Kings.
So the introduction now for the Ryukyu Golden Kings. So Gary Hamilton comes out, the big fella, 37 years of age.
Number 7, Alan Durham. Number 14,
Alan Durham.
Number 32, Yuji Mitsuhara.
Kishimoto and Mitsuhara get some big minutes at center. It'll be interesting to see the reception for Ko Flippen when he's introduced.
And now, the starting lineup for Ryukyu Golden.
So this will be the starting lineup for Ryukyu Golden Kings. So Ko Flippen. I guess polite applause. Perhaps some fans still a little bit stung by his performance in the championship last year. Also, Dwayne Evans, no surprise, he's in the starting lineup, as well as Naoki Tashiro, the captain. Keita Imamura, the 1.91 meter shooting guard and small forward. And then, of course, the very bullish Jack Cooley, the 2.06 meter center. That is going to be an interesting matchup today for Cooley when he goes up against Ryan Rossiter and Seba Sais. So as you can hear, let's get ready to rumble. That's the sound from the man on the tannoy. The referees are, well, they're not ready to rumble, but they're certainly ready to go. It's go time It's go time for everybody. It's go time for the Japanese B.LEAGUE. One of the competitions that has really caught the imagination of fans all over the continent. So again, the starting fives for both teams, fascinating, especially, in my opinion, fascinating to see how Ryu Golden Kings are going to come out today with Ko Flippin in that lineup. And there's Tanaka, the evergreen, just doesn't really seem to miss a beat. And Tashiro, again, the captain of Ryukyu Golden Kings, number 24. Well, hello, everybody.